making another janky video. This is another edition of Healing Helpings, where I'm just trying to offer advice, recipes, yada yada, about just, healing yourself, getting informed, varieties of things you can do to help with your health, mental, physical, spiritual. So I'm also, not perfect, not even close. So this is a learning experience for me too. And throughout this process, I'll be making a lot of changes. I'm sure I'll contradict myself. Anyways, I've come a long way so far, and I've learned a lot, and I want to share some stuff. And I'm going to school now for holistic nutrition and life coaching, and I just kind of want to put that energy and knowledge into a resource for other people that aren't necessarily getting that information anywhere else. So I'm sure my viewer following will be at 0 for a long time, but maybe eventually I'll get 2 or 3, and that's fine. So anyways, it's just fun for me. So I'm going to step back in my studio and show you an awesome superfood smoothie. I make this smoothie every day almost. I make a giant amount. I'm not going to make that much right now. Normally I make it in the morning, and I drink half for breakfast, and I take the rest with me to work, or just hang out with it at my house if I'm hanging out at home that day, and drink it throughout the first half of the morning usually. So anyways, this is all real time and live, apparently. I don't know how any of this works because I am not techno savvy at all. So it's real time because of that, and also to show you how easy and fast everything is. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna make this recipe real quick because I'm also really hungry, so I thought I'd make this video. Anyways, I'm all set up over here, except for the blender lid, which would be hilarious for you, but not for me. So I'm gonna grab that guy. All right, back to the studio. Okay, so first of all, some little tips and tricks I have about smoothie making. I keep all of my, sorry, I'm walking over wires over here, trying not to totally eat it on the live interweb. So I got a basket like this that I just put all of my smoothie ingredients into, so I can just pull it out of the fridge first thing in the morning. So it's like as little fuss as possible. Obviously, organic produce is going to be a little bit more, but it's important to support. It's not going to get cheaper unless we support it. And, you're just supporting a good cause. You don't want those pesticides and everything in your earth, in your water, in your air supply. There are studies and stuff showing that there's 60% of water samples or 100% of water samples have that's not it. 60% of samples have Roundup in them, and it's just, it's absolutely disgusting. I mean, anyone can make up numbers. Every statistic's different, but it's a crap load of freaking pesticides and chemicals in your water, in your groundwater, in your produce. It's just getting out of control. I mean, it's way beyond the turning point. It's like humans won't do anything until it's too late, but it's like it's already too late, so start doing something. So you gotta support organic, you just do. And I'll do another video on money tips and tricks and, how to be able to afford it. But, I mean, you just got to do what you can for now. And, just work it into your ingredients list. Start weeding out some of the other stuff and just, slowly buy things. And it can be a really intense financial burden at first, but you start running out of things one at a time and only have to replace one at a time. So it's just good to start replacing things with organic, holistic, whole food options as soon as you can, really. It's already, my whole life I was like any other American. I was raised on processed foods. Nobody really knew it better. I mean, there was a population of it, but it wasn't as widespread as it is today. So, I mean, it's just great what's going on today, and it's just important to support it, and it's important for your own health and your family's health. So we're going to start with a banana. I always start with a banana. Usually I do 2. I usually make a crap load of this smoothie. Then I'm going to add some berries, strawberries right here. Everything in here is amazing. Yada, yada, yada. It's going to improve your skin. It's going to improve your immune system. It's going to improve your digestion. It's going to improve your, your mood, your mental stability, your hormone balance. Everything is just it's like, what doesn't it help? It's just, you know, that would be a much shorter list. So I got strawberries, raspberries. I'm going to save this. This is a variety pack, which can be easy for people who just want to, you know, emphasize on simplicity. I also like to add frozen peas. Peas are great. They have protein. They're green, so they're good for you. And I just slide them in my smoothie as another frozen element. I do use a not frozen bananas. A lot of people use frozen bananas, and I used to, but I read that smoothies can be not really optimal because of how cold they are. So I usually use half frozen and half not frozen. And today I'm just gonna do some frozen right here because I'm not gonna try and get out of this mess again to get some more unfrozen produce. But you can throw like some apple pieces in there, some peaches. I usually like to put, I mean, if you're just doing smoothies, I would also put like a raw carrot in here, or you know, as much raw as you can. I am gonna add some raw spinach, raw organic spinach. Greens are totally important to get raw. You want you want to get organic. They can be really nasty if they're not organic. And I mean, another tip thing is if you want to just get things that are organic that are the most important to get. There's tons of lists online, Dirty Dozen, Clean 15, things like that. So just invest your money in good places which you can. And, you know, don't be so frivolous with your money in other places that you don't really need to be. I mean, this is what's important, your health, you know, and it's going to pay off in the long run. I mean, think about, you know, all of your doctor visits and all the time you're sick, taking off work and everything like that. So, I mean, it's just hands down worth it, you know, it really is. So what I add to my smoothie that makes it really super duper, raw maca powder, raw organic maca powder. I got this online in bulk, really affordable, really not bad. This is, maca powder is great for hormonal balance. It's just amazing for you. It's great for libido, hormonal balance, so it's going to help with, you know, PMS-y kind of things. I really don't like the taste of maca powder. I really never have. It's interesting if you haven't had it. It's interesting. And I mean, it's not horrible. It really doesn't, it doesn't bother a lot of people for some reason. It's just not my thing. It tastes a lot better with a banana-y, chocolatey kind of smoothie. So it would be ideal. I only put a little bit in here because this is the only smoothie I'm going to have today. But ideally, it'd be really good with like banana and raw cacao powder and like maybe some dates. And that would be like totally way more delicious. Why am I opening this? I just wanted to show you this. This is Camu Camel. I'll talk about this later on. This is an excellent source of vitamin C. This is a raw powder. This is a whole food. You do not want to be taking vitamin C pills. You do not want to be taking emergencies. You do not want to be taking any ascorbic acid as your vitamin C. Maybe ascorbic acid has certain benefits. It is not vitamin C though. And you can look in even the health books that I'm reading for my holistic nutrition school, talk about ascorbic acid, but it does not react the same in the body. It's not molecularly the same. And you want to get your vitamin C from a whole food product. You know, save your orange peels, save your grapefruit peels, dry them out. You want to separate the white stuff, the pith, and dry them out. You can grate them up in a coffee grinder or whatever. Put that in your smoothie. That can be your source of vitamin C. You know, you're not wasting there's tons of ways to save money like that. I mean, it's just amazing. So I buy everything on book. Unfortunately, I am using bee pollen. I know it's not vegan. I try to be vegan in most ways in my life, and especially with food, but I do use a little bit of bee pollen right now. I go really easy on the bee pollen. I just use a little bit. It's just so darn beneficial, and I'm coming from a place of being malnourished for my whole life, and I've never used bee pollen before, and I got it this time, and I wanted to kind of experiment with it. So I really like it. It's got a ton of benefits, but I probably will not use it consistently, and I go really easy on it. Also, I've got Vitamin Mineral Green here. This is the stuff. If you're going to buy one thing, Superfoodie anyways, you want to get this Vitamin Mineral Green. You don't have to put it in a smoothie. You can mix it with a little bit of water. You can do whatever you want with it to get it into your body. This stuff is amazing. Let me just read you some of the ingredients. This is a completely natural product. They have a new standard of organic. Because when you see something in the store that says organic, it's not necessarily 100% organic. In fact, it probably isn't, because they'll write 100% organic. So I don't know if you've seen things before that say 100% organic. That's in the instance when it really is 100% organic. If it just says organic, I think it is like maybe 70 to 90% has to be organic. So, I mean, you're still getting a good dose of, you know, GMO, pesticides, chemicals, et cetera, et cetera. So this is a whole new level of organic. They I think, coined their true organics. I think that's what they call their kind of system. It's like their coined little saying. Anyways, it's money so well spent. I mean, you're getting amazing things in this. And it's just really all-inclusive. You know, it's multivitamin, it's probiotic, it's got enzymes, it's got everything that you really want to include. It's just so easy. It's just all here. So, I mean, you've got nettle leaf, carob pod, alfalfa grass, dandelion leaf, barley grass, oat grass, horsetail shave grass. I mean, crap I haven't heard of. Ginger root, barley grass, parsley leaf, wheatgrass, American basil, chickweed, holy basil, moringa leaf, yucca leaf, amla berry, and shilajit, which is amazing for you. I didn't know this had shilajit in it. That's good to know. Shilajit is a really praised. I've been reading a lot about it lately. I've been trying to get some, but I'm not really sure about which source I want to go with. I have to do more research about that because you want to make sure your products are not contaminated and from a good source, and you're supporting the right people. You've got spirulina, chlorella in here, kelp, lavar, dulse, bladder rack, alaria, nori. You know, these are the good. I can't pronounce it. It's not a chemical. These are like freaking crazy sea plants that I've never even heard of. Protease, these are enzymes, protease, amylase, lipase, that's going to help you digest your proteins, your fats, you know, all of your enzymes that you need, cellulase, you know, it goes on and on. It's just full of so much, so many good green sources, so many good enzymes and probiotics as well. So I put a pretty good spoonful of this, maybe about a teaspoon. On the jar, it recommends that you kind of up your intake as you go. You can do that if you're going to use it for a short time. You know, start with a few teaspoons and work your way up to more and more. I think it says up to like a couple tablespoons a day. I use it consistently, and I eat a really balanced whole food diet, mostly raw foods, vegan, plant-based diet. So, I mean, I'm just using it steadily in my smoothie, and I feel like, you know, maybe I'll update it and say maybe that's not optimal, but that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I like to do. So then to add my liquid, I like just using water. I used to use nut milks, but I just feel like it's really not necessary. So again, to keep it from being too cold, I add a really good amount of water. I like it to be more like a juice. And so I put a good amount of water in there. Usually I put a little bit more of the not frozen produce, but today I'm doing mostly frozen with the banana that is not frozen. The banana gives it such a good texture. So anyways, I'm going to give that a pull. Oh, 3 minutes later, magic. Just kidding. So I would not drink this right now. I barely blended it, but I don't want to make you watch me blend it for hours and hours. But that's a really basic smoothie. And like, you know, it's just no fuss. You know, you don't need to follow recipes. Whatever you have, throw it in there. Peas, carrots are great to put in smoothies as vegetables. I feel like they really, you know, kind of get camouflaged by everything else. And then just, you know, a bunch of berries. Berries are really low glycemic. They're really great for you. And I mean, with fruit, I wouldn't worry about the glycemic load. You know, you need fruit. You need to carb up. It's just amazing. Everything's amazing for you. Everything has so many benefits. And yeah, so I just had some mango, strawberries, blueberries. There goes my lunchbox. Spinach was the only veggie I added besides the peas. And then if you're adding Vitamin Green and maca powder, I mean, that's a really great addition to your smoothie. You can also add goji berries. You know, I've got some ingredients up here I could have thrown in. The mulberries are getting big now. So, I mean, just throw anything in here, you know, and I could have thrown in the camu powder, but honestly, it just tastes horrible to me. And so I like to just mix it with a little bit of water and maybe like my dandelion tincture just to get it all in one shot. And whisk it together and just shoot it back. And this is Camu, C-A-M-U powder, raw, wild crafted. This is a berry in the Amazon, I think. And it's got more vitamin C, you know, just plant-based vitamin C. Your body resonates with that. It doesn't want ascorbic acid, which is a derived vitamin C from, you know, vitamin C, but it's not the whole product, and it's not going to react the same in your body. It's not optimal. So I'm going to blend the rest of this and drink it and be merry And I hope you liked my janky video, and I hope these become a lot more organized and helpful and not so chaotic. But this is kind of just more for me at this point, and just kind of reiterating information myself and encouraging myself and hopefully eventually others to stay on this path and to keep learning and keep growing with holistic nutrition. And yeah, smoothies are awesome. I have one every day, and I think you should too.